For more on the trial of Radovan Karadzic, we turn to a specialist on genocide and international law. She's Belinda Cooper, a senior fellow at the World Policy Institute, a non-partisan research organisation based right here in New York. Belinda, thank you very much for joining us on World Focus. So at the International Criminal Tribunal today, we heard Radovan Karadzic speaking in his own defence, saying that his actions, quote, were just and holy. I mean, those are his words. What is his legal argument here, and do you think that this is going to work?
Well, he's not making a legal argument here. He's grandstanding. He's making very general arguments that he thinks are in his favor, although I don't think they're going to have much effect. He's arguing that I think that the Serbs were victims, that this was defensive actions that he took. Of course, none of that is a defense to genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity, which are the things he's being charged with. So he's essentially, I think he's playing to his audience at home, maybe, perhaps really expressing what he believes, but none of this is relevant really to the legal arguments or to his legal defense.
Right. How important do you think that this trial is to the people of the former Yugoslavia?
Well, I think the trial is very important in general. And the fact that these war crimes tribunals exist is extraordinarily important. They didn't exist 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Well, this one was started about 15 years ago. And this is an amazing development that we even have tribunals like this, that somebody like Karadzic would have gotten away pretty much scot-free before if this tribunal didn't exist. So the tribunal and the trials are very important. How important they are to the people of former Yugoslavia is another question. I think trials like this one are unlikely to change people's minds. I mean, the tribunal hasn't been very popular in the countries of former Yugoslavia. In each country, citizens believe, many people believe that they were the victims in the war, that they were in the right. Some of these people who have been tried at the tribunal have been considered heroes at home. So I think their importance to the country, to Yugoslavia itself, is perhaps a little bit less so than one would hope. I think it will take a generation before the children and grandchildren of the people who were involved start to, as in Germany, for example, after World War II, really start to think about what their own complicity was. But I think the tribunal in general is very important for the world, for ensuring that people are not granted impunity for the kind of crimes that Karadzic committed, and for perhaps their deterrent effect.
Right, and Karadzic's former mentor, Slobodan Milosevic, was also at the faced trial at the International Criminal Tribunal. Of course, he died before his trial ended. What lessons did the International Court learn from his trial that they might be able to apply in the case of Karadzic? I
think primarily the problem with the Milosevic trial was that it was allowed to drag on, that he dragged it out. And I think this trial is most likely that's not going to happen. I think already the court has said that he has to begin, that he managed to delay the tribunal for a number of months. The court has said no more delay. So I think this trial will be quicker than the Milosevic trial. It's still going to take a couple of years, but it also has to be quicker because the tribunal is slated to end its activity in a couple of years. So it really has to complete the tribunal in less time than the Milosevic trial took.
Okay, Belinda Cooper, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.